morning, everybody. Firstborn 5 meteorologist Melissa Meeder here on our Thursday morning. It's 8:09, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got an active weather pattern that looms on our horizon. I've got new details about a severe weather threat for next week, and I'm going to talk about a cold front that's moving through the area. That cold front is going to bring a knockdown on that humidity that we had yesterday. So really kind of a lot going on. Just about each day there's something happening. So let's talk about really our kind of outlook. So we have, today it's warm, it's breezy. It's breezy because of the cold front moving through, so we could see some gusts up to 30 miles an hour pretty much throughout the entirety of the day, but it will be less humid, and that's due to that frontal boundary. By the time we get into the start of next week, rain and storms return with the first warn on Monday. However, I will suspect, and I will let you know now, that we will be adding first warns most likely on Tuesday, as well as possibly on Wednesday of next week for severe storm potential and rain and thunderstorm chances. So we'll take a look, a deeper dive into that. But first, let's talk about today. Right now, we're in the upper 60s. It's 68 degrees. We've got, a little bit of what I think is haze out there. I want to get out and be able to see it myself, and I haven't been able to step out and do that yet. But as you can see, winds are already from the west-southwest, so they're starting to switch as we start to see that frontal boundary move through the area. Winds right now 15 miles an hour will be sustained 10 to 20, gusting to 30 throughout the day. Over the next couple of hours, we will warm to around 71 by 9. We're going to warm up pretty slowly, just about 2 degrees per hour. We will be around 76 by 9. We will see, mostly sunny conditions, but there will be some afternoon clouds that build in, again, very similar to what we've been seeing, the last couple of days. But I think there is a little bit of haze out there, maybe some trapping of pollutants. I'll have to double check on that. But the humidity has dropped too much for there to be any fog, and the winds are too strong for there to be any fog. So that's what I'm assuming there is. So I will be able to check into that a little bit later. As for, today's high temperature, 82. That's what we're dealing with, and it's going to feel nice. It'll be breezy, those gusts up to 30 miles an hour, but overall, it's less humid than it was yesterday. It should be a nice day, and despite the breeze, get out and enjoy the 80s, the lower humidity, the comfortable conditions. I know I will be when I get home. I'm going to walk my dog, so it should be a nice day to do so. Those winds will pretty much be gusting to around 25, 30 miles an hour throughout the day. But just know that we'll be breezy for tomorrow too, so these winds will stick around. As we get into, the kind of time frame where we go into tomorrow, we will continue that breeze. I want to kind of start out with an overarching view after we talked about a little bit about today. That overarching view is that we've got, refreshing feel today. And then we will see into the weekend temperatures in the 80s as well. And maybe a few small rain chances will be possible. But it's really the better part of the kind of end of the weekend where we start to see the chance for some rain and storms. Heavy rainfall could be possible, widespread rain Sunday night into Monday, first warn in place. And then when we talk about the new details about Tuesday and Wednesday as well. As for the next couple of days, we start to see that active pattern move in Sunday. Sunday poses the chance for some morning rain showers, but also kind of afternoon, or I should say evening, rain and thunderstorm chances that will continue into Monday. So Monday is when we have that first warn in place. 50% chance for rain and thunderstorm activity. That's the highest chance for activity at this point, but we still have a 30% chance on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll kind of walk through your Sunday, as I know a lot of people want to do things out over the weekend. A lot of events happening. If we've got Saturday morning, here we are, 8 a.m. This is a longer range model, so it's going to look more widespread than when we get closer to the day. So just keep that in mind. But Sunday, we're starting out some spotty activity, mainly south of I-70. We get a break in the afternoon into the evening, and it's really late evening, or likely around sunset or just before, where we start to see the chance for some rain and rumbles build in, mainly south of I-70 first, and then it becomes a little bit more widespread as we go through the overnight. So more scattered Sunday night, rain and thunderstorm activity will be possible. On Monday, we will see scattered activity throughout the day. Not going to be an all-out washout, but there will be periods of heavy rainfall mixed in there as well. And then we see another batch start to set up as we head into Monday night and eventually into Tuesday. So we have not seen a whole lot of rain recently. We're down over 1.5 inches for this month. We will get more rainfall from this system, and we could see some areas of heavy rainfall with that as well. So as you could see, between about now and Sunday night, not expecting much really anywhere until you look down towards the south, where we start to see those kind of potential rainfall potentials start to creep up. That then leads us to our Monday night. So really Sunday night into Monday could bring the heaviest rain. We're talking maybe 1/4 to about 3/4 of an inch. Areas that are really north or along I-70 and in our eastern areas could see maybe 1 inch to about 1.5 inches. That's what it looks like at this point. When we get closer to our Sunday and Monday threshold for our shorter range models, we'll be able to have more of an idea of what the amount of rainfall that we could see. That leads us to Tuesday. Tuesday, as you could see, is highlighted in that yellow area. That is encompassing most of the KCTV5 viewing area. It's for Kansas and then our western portions of Missouri. So our far eastern counties in Missouri not included in this. But we have the potential to see severe storms. Damaging winds and hail will be the primary threats for next Tuesday. And then we see a similar threat on Wednesday. That yellow moves towards the east. So very similar. It's going to be a system that's moving through. The potential for strong to severe storms as well. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to watch really closely over the next coming days. And like I said, we will add a first warn onto Tuesday, and then we will likely add one to Wednesday as well. I did want to mention, I forgot about this earlier. I did want to mention for this afternoon, maybe an isolated shower starts to creep in the heart of the afternoon in our southeastern areas, but otherwise we should be remaining dry. But here's what I was talking about with some afternoon cloud cover. As we look at that 7-day forecast, temperatures generally hang out in the 80s until we get to the end of the week. So we'll be in the low 80s, though. We're not going to creep back up anywhere towards 87 degrees or heat index of, 93. So we won't be quite there, but we will be comfortably in that low 80 degree mark, between about 80 and 83 degrees. We're breezy today. We'll be a little bit breezy tomorrow as well, but really the rest of the week should be pretty nice. It's Sunday where we start to see the chance for some rain build in the first half of the day, really in the morning, and then better chances late through the evening into the overnight. And then we have that severe weather threat for Tuesday and Wednesday. But Tuesday and Wednesday gets drastically cooler. We're going to be in the mid 70s to low 70s, which will actually be back to our normal for this time of year. That's the latest details I have for you today. It's 8:18 on our Thursday. I hope everybody gets out and enjoys the kind of refreshing feel we have got to our Thursday with a little bit of a breeze.